Hey guys, this is the third video. I'm just going to be continuing the player class. Hopefully I can finish it in this video. So let's get started. First off, I want to make a change here in player constructor. I spelled speed wrong. It's supposed to be speed here, stop speed. Okay, so now back down here to check collisions, we are going to do something new. We are going to make a new function called calculate corners. We're gonna make this function right now, and this is going to be private void calculate corners, and we're gonna give it two things, a double x and a double y. Now we're gonna need four new booleans in the fields. These are gonna be the corners of the player. So we have four corners: top left, top right, bottom left, and boolean bottom right. So now we are going to set those and calculate corners. First things first, go back to the tile map. We need a few getters for tile map. Get x, get y, get column tile, get row tile. We need one more getter, and these are supposed to be int, by the way. Int public int get tile, just simply get tile. We're going to give it a row, we're going to give it a column, and this thing is just going to return the value of our map at that row and column. So go back here, calculate corners. First thing we need is the left, right, top, and bottom sides of the player. So left tile is tilemap.get column tile and cast to an int x minus width divided by 2. We need the right side, right tile, it's tilemap.get column tile, cast to an int x plus width divided by 2. And now we need the top tile, tilemap.get row tile, and this is y minus height divided by 2. And we need the bottom tile, tilemap.get row tile, y plus height divided by 2. Now we set our four booleans here. The top left is going to be tilemap.get tile, and we're going to use the top tile and the left tile, and we're going to check if this is equal to 0, because 0 is the blocked tile, the tile type that we can't go through. We're going to do this for all four corners. Oh, one more thing, right tile, this is supposed to be -1. We don't want to go out of bounds, and same thing with the bottom tile. Right tile and bottom tile, make sure you have a -1 in here. So top right is going to be the same thing. Get tile, top tile, this time we're using the right tile. Check if it's 0. Bottom left, tilemap.get tile, bottom tile, and left tile. Check if it's 0, and bottom right, bottom tile, and right tile. And check if it's 0. Okay, so now calculate corners is going to set those four booleans, and that's what we need. So go back down here to update. We calculate the corners. For the first one, let's calculate x and the destination y, 2y. Now we're going to do all of the y collision calculation here. So if dy is less than 0, which means we're moving upwards, then we have to check the top two corners, top left and top right. If top left or top right are both are blocked, if either one of them is blocked, then we have to stop moving and we have to set the y, temporary y. Remember, we're only messing with the temporary variables. We're going to get the current row times the tilemap.get tile size. We need the tile size, so go back to tilemap and make one more getter. get tile size. And this is just simply going to return tile size. So back here, current row times tile map that get tile size, and this is going to be plus height divided by 2, because we want to bump our head on whatever we jumped into. Otherwise, we are free to move in the up direction. And here, if dy is greater than 0, then we're moving downwards, and that means we need to check the bottom two corners. So bottom left or bottom right. If either one of those are blocked, then we have to again stop moving. This time we're not falling. Falling is false. We've hit the ground. And we want to set the temp y. This is going to be current row plus 1 this time, times tile map dot get tile size, and minus height divided by 2. We want to stay on top of this. Otherwise, again, we are free to move in the y direction. So that's calculate corners for y. Now let's do calculate corners for x. So here we're going to do the destination x, 2x, and we're going to leave y. Now we're going to do the same exact thing for the dx direction. So if dx is less than 0, if we're going to the left, then we have to check the two left corners, which is top left or bottom left. Then if we've hit the wall, then we have to stop moving and set the temporary x. This is going to be current column times tile map get tile size. This is plus width divided by 2, width divided by 2. So we stop at the right side of the block, else we are free to move in the x direction. Same thing here. If dx is greater than 0, if we're moving to the right, we have to check the two right corners, top right or bottom right. If those are blocked, then again we stop moving and we set the x. This time it's going to be current column plus 1 times tile map dot get tile size, and this time minus width divided by 2, because we want to end up on the left side of this block. Otherwise, we are free to move in the x direction. Now we need one more thing. We need to check if we've fallen off a cliff. If we've walked off of a block, then we have to fall. So if we're not falling, then we have to calculate the corners again. This time, corners, we're going to use x and y plus 1. We want to check the ground that we're on. So y plus 1 is 1 pixel below the player. And now if there's nothing on the left and there's nothing on the bottom right, then that means we are falling. And that is that. We can finally set our actual x and y's. X equals temp x and y equals temp y. And that's it. Ooh. Let's see if this thing compiles. Okay, left tile, I spelled that wrong. Player 63. Where is that? Calculate corners, I spelled left tile wrong somewhere. 63, left tile here. Left tile. Cool. Okay, so let's continue. See what this looks like. Right, our player is up here, he's stuck. So we're gonna want setters for the x and y of the player. So go back up here in player, public void set x, some integer I, and we're just gonna do x equals I. Same thing with y, set y, int I, y equals I. And over here, back in the game panel, in the init, where we set the initializer variables, we're going to do player.setX. Let's just make it 50. Set y is 50. Okay. Let's see what this looks like now. Okay, and I can't move anywhere. Wow, this is sad. I completely forgot the key listener. We can't move because we're not listening for any keys. So go back into game panel, add key listener to the implements, add notify, add key listener. This all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna make the public void key typed key event key useless. We're never gonna use that. We need key pressed. We're gonna use this one though. And we need key released. Key event key. Okay. So first we need to get the code, and code is equal to key.get key code. So you have to check if code is key event.vk left, then we've pressed the left button and we want to move the player left. So set left true. Same thing with the right, key event.vk right. Then player.setRight true. We're going to copy this and paste it in key released. Okay, that means we've released the left and right keys, so we have to set left and right false. Now we're going to do one more thing in key press, and that's the jump button. If code is equal to vk key event vk, I like to use the W key for jumping. You can do whatever you want. So player.set jumping to true. Okay, let's compile and run, hopefully now. And we've got our dude working. Very awesome. I don't want to go down there. I don't have scrolling. Okay, it's safe. Okay, so I have a few minutes left in this video, so very quickly I am going to set the scrolling. This is actually very simple. All the way in player and down in updates, all the way at the bottom. After we've set the X and Y, we want to move the map. And here we're going to do tilemap.set X and set Y. Hopefully we have setters for that. Yes, we already have setters for that. Awesome. We're going to do set X, and we're going to set this to game panel dot width divided by 2 minus X, the player's X. We have to cast this. Tilemap.set Y, cast int game panel dot height divided by 2 minus Y. That should move the map. All this is going to do is keep the player in the center of the screen. And just like that. Oh, okay. So we have the camera moving and the tile map scrolling. I still have 1 minute left, so I want to do one last thing, and that is when we set the X and Y, we want, actually that might take a while, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave the video right here. This is good enough. And before I stop the video, I want to make a note about the camera. This is the viewing area. Right now, the camera that I'm using only has the player always constantly at the center of the screen. Sometimes you might want a different camera, one that doesn't always follow the player at the center of the screen, because it could get a little disorientating at times. So yeah, if you're more interested about learning about different cameras, then just Google Java camera, I guess, for 2D games. But for now, in this tutorial, I will just be using this centered on the player camera. So that's this video, and in the next video I will do some more stuff. So thanks for watching.